You know what? The bad thing is that it's sad to actually say, but I've grown literally tired of A1 and Lyrica's storyline. After this episode and what we found out, I don't even care to hear any more of it, for real.
And I'm like, come on through, Corky. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. This is season 6, episode 3. As I said, I've grown very, very weary of A1 and Lyrica and their whole storyline. And then the things that were actually exposed this episode. Anyway, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, and you'll understand what I'm saying when I say I'm kind of where I don't care if I see them anymore. Like, seriously. Anyway, moving on. First things first. Summer Bunny. You know, we start up where we left off. We got this whole face down of Summer Bunny and Lyrica. And then you got Apple Watts and all of this. And it ends up being a whole mess. A whole mess. At the bottom of it, we get done, you know, and broke them up, separated them 22 times. And Yo-Yo's like, are you kidding me? And Summer Bunny admits to having sex with A1 multiple times. Multiple times. And she did it. She's very unapologetic about it. She don't really care what Lyrica's even talking about for real, for real. And her dude is like, hey, whatever. Girl, learn how to handle your man, honey. And what she told her was she walked away and told her, hopefully I won't sleep with him again. I said, oh, and I'm in Summer Bunny, girl, you done did too much. Because I'd probably punched her in the back of her head at this point. Lyrica was really handling it and giving very much a girl, okay, it's cool, whatever. I ain't got no beef with you. You told the truth. It is what it is. Done deal. But then to tell me that you hope that you don't sleep with him again, you I'd have punched her in the back of her head. Hard. Real hard. I'd have tore her at. Would have tore her at. But I was like, that's a lot. Then we went into, on this episode, we went into the death of Nipsey Hussle. There were 2 segments of the show that were really dedicated to this. I don't feel the need to really go through it and all of what was said, but there were some really, really beautiful moments. It was really done well. It was done very tastefully. I just don't care to relive it through my review. You have to go see the show to actually see, you know, all of this memorializing and all that. I'm just not going to go through all that in this review. But it was very beautiful. The time out that Mona took and gave to Nipsey Hussle in dedication, I thought it was beautiful. It was. It really, really was. There was a portion at the beginning, and there was also another portion toward the end where Yo-Yo actually went on to a daytime talk show, and then they actually had more talk and interviews from other artists and stuff. Really nice. There was also a segment where Yo-Yo actually went and talked to Jason Lee. And they talked to her, interviewed her about her feelings on the situation. And in that interview, Jason Lee actually shared information about the death of his brother, who actually perished to gun violence as well. It was pretty heavy. It was pretty heavy episode as far as those things go. So I'm getting out of that right there. I'm gonna leave that right where it is. Um, Mona did a beautiful job. She did a beautiful thing. Um, actually acknowledging it. And again, she is loving hip hop. So this is part of the hip hop life. It is what it is. I just, like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. We lived through it. We lived through it. So enough with that. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Okay, so then we see Paris, April, and Zell Swag. Zell Swag looks, he not no bad looking kid without all the shenanigans, all the crazy hair and on the crazy clothes. He built nice and he not bad. He not bad. Now I don't like how he be acting a lot of times. He acts like a damn fool. Paris, at a first glance, looks gorgeous in her confessional. At a first glance. As you go through and they start doing some close-ups, baby, that wig, somebody not doing a good job with it. Cause everybody can't ladies blowing lace fronts, cause all this makeup caked in the leg, I can't. When I see that, it just looks so nasty to me. It looks nasty. It looks like psoriasis across your forehead is what it looks like to me. But at a glance, and she's back far enough, she really does look gorgeous in that confessional. Much better than she's ever looked in any of the stuff leading up till now. Anyway, um, Zell and Paris basically tell April that they think that the whole concert thing is a clusterfuck as well. Okay. They also spoke about Brittany B, and they don't have the whole lot of information on Brittany B. Zell Swag says he's not real sure about her, but he actually has an invitation to an event that she's actually throwing, and the three of them just may show up. I was like, oh Jesus. We didn't get to it in this episode, but we're getting there. Let's talk about this tour. This BBK or B2K, not BBK. Shout out to BBK. BBK is somebody on YouTube. Shout out to the BBK. B2K tour. Listen, a mess. It's a mess as it's always been. It's always been a mess and it's still a mess. J Boog was talking about leaving and going solo. Then he got his stuff together and he sat down and he's cool. Raz B talking about leaving and he's coming and going. And just a mess. Just a mess. It's everything that we always thought it would be if B2K ever got back together. It's drama filled. We watched it play out on social media as they went from city to city. Just ridiculous. Really ridiculous. Then we actually see them. We see J Boog and Fizz. And it's so weird because these two are the ones that are on the show and seeing footage being pulled from the tour, and you never see Omarion, or you don't get to see Raz B, or it's weird to me. Is that weird to you all? Because of the group, and this is truly what it is, of the group B2K, if you want to see anybody and you think that there are any persons in the group that is interested, it's Omarion and Raz B. Like it's always been. So it's weird seeing these other two weirdos that nobody really cares about. Anyway, so we keep seeing them. They did an interview with Mo Quick and Young Jock. It was Spectacular and Fizz. And it just, I'm trying to care, but I just, Fizz just serves me snake tease. He serves me snake tease. You can tell at this point he's living his best life, but his best life is really on the edge of being kind of shady. So he just gives me snake tease. And I'm just like, next, swipe left is what I got for him. But anyway, then we meet Mickey Monday. Mickey Monday is a rapper who has actually came up right around in the same area as Apple Watts. And he's good. He's good. And he's not bad looking either. Mickey Monday to me is kind of cute. And rock and roll type of way. He's all tatted up and he's built nice and he got the, the quintessential white boy rocker hair. It's the curly hair and it's big. Now, I don't know about all that. We can cut that off, Mickey, and you be bad. Baby, listen. If Mickey Monday cut that hair off, baby, he give y'all something you can feel. I can see it. But, I'm a hairdresser, so I can see the forest through the trees. But right now, he got the rock star. He got the sexy rock star thing going on. But if he cut that hair off, baby, it would go more with the aesthetic of being a white rapper. He's very confident in his work. He's very confident in where he came from. So we found out that he actually was one of the students of Yo-Yo's little situation. And she was actually hooking him up with him meeting Corrupt. And so he's like, Corrupt was impressed with him. So that's going to definitely help him along. That's what, like I said, we found out that Apple and him been on each other since they were kids. And she definitely, she rides for him. So I was like, all right. And I say, well, I mean, he definitely got the swag. He is a swagged out ghetto boy who just happens to be white. That's all that's to it. And like I said, I think he's kind of cute. And if he cut his hair off and really had like a fade, it would be on and popping. Mickey Monday. Kevin, come here, Mickey. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Let's go. So, the only thing I saw in this scene, I believe that Yo-Yo at some point is going to grow weary of Apple and all that bravado and how she just doesn't get it and she just doesn't listen. That not listening. And Yo-Yo, it's just certain comments that Yo-Yo makes that says to me, I got you, Yo-Yo. And after a while, it's going to become tiresome. When she said, girl, all this running around trying to be tougher than the boys. Like, what is that? Like, girl, all of that and all this, how you ready to fight for Lyrica and all that, girl, ain't none of your concern. You got to get your thing on. And all this extra, just bullshit. I'm just afraid that Yo-Yo's going to grow tired. Anyway, so let's talk about A1 and goddamn Lyrica. A1's back in town. Pam goes and picks him up in an Uber, child. I said, Lord, Pam, honey. Pam, you can tell Pam been getting her to something, honey. And she feeling like her, she living her best life, okay? And A1, I don't like this new A1. Y'all know, I always kind of liked A1. A1, because he's corny. And, it's like, oh, he's cool. He's harmless. A1 don't want Hollywood for real. All this, he think he's a player. And all this talking real slick to the girls, I ain't feeling it, A1. I don't like this try to be hood, this whole boy version of you. I like the boy version of you. I don't like the hood boy version of you. The version of you where we question you like, Charles, he one of the girls. I like that version of you. All this other stuff you got going on, this is not cute. you're kind of irritating. He was just as mean to Pam because his mother, she asked him about Lyrica and she asked him about his wrongdoing. And he just got all smart with her, was talking all smart. I said, "Oh, you know good well Pam ain't going for that. You know good well your mother will smack you with an open hand in your mouth in the back of that car. Quit playing. Quit playing. Because you know she is the original ghetto mom. You know? So I don't know. He's starting to really irritate me with that attitude. I don't like it very much. Um, One more thing that happened before we had this showdown with Lyrica and A1 was that Fizz and J Boog was in the car together. And Fizz got to telling J Boog about how he'd have moved in with April. Listen, J Boog don't even buy the shit either. He's like, ain't nobody buying what you selling, honey, that friend stuff. He said, what are y'all? Like, what is that? You know, that y'all got going on. You talk about moving in and all that. He said, he's like, this is like, put Halloween on it. Just like, put a mask on it until we could get done making these bags. Hey, and then y'all go right ahead on. He don't buy it either. Nobody's buying it. Hey, everybody know y'all screwing. Anyway, move it on. So Lyrica comes into the concert because she didn't see him at the house. She comes into the concert, her and her girlfriend Sia, and they come down to ambush A1 and get to question him. And she's talking to him, and it was so irritating to me. It was like pulling teeth. She's talking to him. He's trying to play Jedi mind trick on her. She's like, did you screw the broad or what? And this bitch is like, did you screw her? I was like, you know what? I'll punch A1. I'll punch him and Summer Bunny for real. Stop playing. But he eventually admits to sleeping with Summer Bunny. And they finally admitted to all of us on screen that they both cheated on each other last year. So they both are guilty as hell. They both cheated on each other. And when they did that, it turned something in me. And it took me to a place where I don't care about A1 and Lyrica anymore. I don't care if they make it. I don't care if they don't make it. I just find them disrespectful, and their position being on the show is just disrespectful, and I just don't care about them anymore. And I'm being honest. I don't care about their storyline. I don't care how it turns out because I think they're both disingenuous. And I just don't care about them anymore. I don't. Sorry. Anyway, but he cheated. He said he cheated. And, you know, remember they both had cheated on each other. And then they got back together and they did the vow renewal and all that. Summer Bunny came after the vow renewal. So, whatever, A1. Just stupid. But like I said, I think it was just very disingenuous. We've gone a whole year trailing with you two, going back and forth, and you both knew that you both sat in the wrong. You both have ruined this marriage, and you're playing games with us, got us picking and choosing sides and carrying on when both of you are guilty of ruining this bond. So I don't need to see no more, y'all. I don't care. I don't. I don't care. Neither one of you are worthy of me choosing a side. If y'all make it, great. If y'all don't make it, great. Who cares? Because none of you, neither one of y'all don't mean good to each other. So what do we care, honey? Psh, moving on. I'll catch y'all next week. I'm done with that little storyline. We can move on to something else.